had accomplished much, but they said they weren't feeling like themselves. And through the course of our sessions, I saw their demeanor changed. They began to become much more expressive, comfortable with themselves, and definitely more confident. Confident with what they were telling me, confident with the choices they were making, confident in all their relationships, and confident with their next steps. It was a beautiful transformation and something that I want to share with you. It reminded me of the story of the dragonfly, their life cycle, really. So the dragonfly, has 3 stages of life. First, of course, they start out as a larva. Not exciting. Then they become a nymph and they hang out in the water, basically underneath the water. And this process, this nymph stage, can last anywhere from months to years, depending on the species, depending on the dragonfly itself. And what happens through it is it molts several times. No one dragonfly molts the same number of times, really. And each time, it's slightly different. Finally, it crawls up the little water lily stalk and emerges a dragonfly like we know. Beautiful, right? Graceful, flying, high, like just magnificent winged creature. Did you know, though, that last phase of its life is actually, time-wise, shorter than the amount of time it spent as a nymph, molting? I want you to think about this. How many times have you felt like you were shedding masks, layers, old skin, really, becoming someone new each time, but still yourself? Each time, maybe you felt a little uncomfortable with who you were. You didn't know what was going on, but you had to shed. You had to shed those old layers, those old stories, that old identity, the way people felt you were or needed to be, the roles that you played, maybe even, in order to be who you were becoming. And each time you're becoming someone new. Change is not some sort of beautiful transformation always, right? It's painful sometimes, but ultimately you feel better when it happens, when you let it happen. So if there's one thing I want to share from this client's story, it's that they are shedding and they are transforming. And the more they transform, the more comfortable they are becoming. And it's so wonderful to behold from my perspective. From their perspective, it's even better. So read the story, and I'd like to hear your thoughts. And hey, maybe you'll see yourself, a piece of yourself within it too.